Which 6 signs will love, but will never tell you about it. They won't say I love you. They won't even say I miss you. But they'll rearrange their entire inner world around you and you'll feel it in the air like pressure before a storm. Here's the truth most people don't want to admit. Some zodiac signs don't hide love because they're cold. They hide it because love is power and power is dangerous when you've been burned before. For them, confession isn't romance. It's exposure. It's handing someone a key to the deepest room in their life and hoping that person doesn't turn it into a weapon. These signs love in ways that don't look like love at first glance. They don't flirt loudly. They don't chase. They don't post you. They don't beg for attention. Instead, they become quietly obsessed with your well-being. They notice details you forgot you shared. They defend you when you're not in the room. They show up when it would be easier to disappear. They test you not because they're playing games, but because their heart has learned one brutal rule: say less, watch more. And the shocking part? When these signs fall in love, they often act more normal, not more emotional, because their feelings are so big that they try to contain them. If you're waiting for a dramatic confession, you may miss the real confession, the way they keep choosing you without announcing it. In this horoscope, I'm naming 6 signs who love deeply, secretly, stubbornly, sometimes for years. You'll learn how to recognize it, why they hide it, and what the near future brings if their feelings are already aimed at someone. Let's start with the first 3. Capricorn, December 20 to January 19. Capricorn doesn't fall in love like a poem. Capricorn falls in love like a contract signed in invisible ink. Quiet, serious, permanent. How to recognize their hidden love. They start protecting your future without asking advice, planning, warnings. Did you eat? Did you lock the door? They remember the boring things: your schedule, your deadlines, your stress triggers. They invest time, help, connections, practical support. Capricorn's love language is results. They become subtly territorial but in a controlled way. Not "who is that?" but "I'll pick you up. I'll handle it." Why they hide it? Because Capricorn treats love like a responsibility and they refuse to owe their heart to someone who might not stay. They also fear looking foolish. If Capricorn confesses and you don't match it, they feel like they lost dignity, not romance. Forecast. Over the next weeks, Capricorn's secret love becomes harder to hide. They may become more present, more consistent, almost oddly reliable, like they're trying to prove something without saying it. If you're the one they love, you'll notice them building a place for you in their life first, and asking questions later. The confession may come as a practical move, an invitation, an offer, a step forward, because Capricorn speaks love through action, not declarations. Scorpio, October 23, November 21st. Scorpio doesn't fear love. Scorpio fears betrayal after love, and that fear is why their feelings can sit in silence like a loaded weapon. How to recognize their hidden love. Their attention becomes intense but selective. They watch you like they're reading your soul. They ask questions that feel too personal, then pretend it was casual. They get jealous quietly. Mood shifts, distance, a sudden chill that appears out of nowhere. They reveal secrets in small doses. Scorpio doesn't confess love first, they confess truth first. Why they hide it? Because Scorpio's love is all or nothing. If they admit it, they can't have love afterward. And if you hurt them, it doesn't feel like heartbreak, it feels like being emotionally hunted. So they test, they observe, they wait until they believe you're safe. Forecast. Scorpio's hidden love is approaching a turning point. Either they deepen the bond through vulnerability, or they cut off to protect themselves. If you want to know how they feel, watch what happens when you're struggling. Scorpio shows love by becoming your quiet shield. Expect stronger signals, more eye contact, more presence, more accidental moments where they're exactly where you need them. A confession might come indirectly, a protective statement, a claim, a boundary, because Scorpio's love doesn't whisper, it marks territory with loyalty. Virgo, August 23, September 22nd. Virgo will fall in love and then immediately try to fix it because emotions make them feel out of control, and control is how they stay calm. How to recognize their hidden love. They help you improve something: your resume, your diet, your plan, your logic. They notice every detail about you, especially what you try to hide. They become gently critical, but oddly devoted. If they didn't care, they'd disappear. They show up consistently in small ways: reminders, support. I thought of you when. Why they hide it. Virgo doesn't want to be too much. They fear rejection, and they fear choosing wrong. They also don't trust intense feelings at first, they trust patterns. Virgo wants proof that love will be stable, not chaotic. Forecast. Virgo's secret love grows through routine, regular conversations, shared habits, predictable connection. In the near future, Virgo may suddenly become bolder not with romance, but with closeness, more time, deeper talks, subtle claims like we should, or next time. If they love you, they're already imagining a future in practical scenes, not fantasies. The confession will look like care that becomes impossible to explain away as just being nice. Aquarius, January 20, February 18. Aquarius can love you like a lightning bolt and still look at you like they're just discussing the weather. How to recognize their hidden love. They include you in their private universe, inside jokes, strange playlists, random memes that somehow feel intimate. They talk to you about ideas, dreams, the future, and you're always in the picture, even if they don't say it directly. They become unusually consistent. Aquarius is free-spirited, so if they keep showing up, that's not an accident, that's devotion. They protect your dignity. They won't make you the punchline. They'll defend you in subtle, surgical ways. Why they hide it? Because Aquarius fears being controlled or emotionally owned. They've seen people confuse love with possession, so they keep feelings behind glass, safe, untouchable, unprovable. Also, Aquarius hates vulnerability that looks dramatic. If they confess, it must feel intelligent, calm, inevitable. Forecast. Aquarius is approaching a period where their heart and their independence collide. If they love you, you'll feel them getting closer in non-romantic ways first. Collaboration, planning, invitations into their world. Then a sudden moment of honesty, short, precise, shocking, like, you matter to me more than I expected. Don't demand a classic confession. Aquarius will retreat. Instead, match their consistency. They trust steady presence more than big emotional speeches. Taurus, April 20, May 20th. Taurus hides love not because they don't feel it, but because once they admit it, they start wanting forever. And that's terrifying if the ground isn't solid. How to recognize their hidden love. They feed you, help you, make your life softer. Taurus love looks like comfort you didn't ask for. They remember your preferences like a sacred text. Coffee, music, your favorite scent, the way you like the lights. They touch rarely, but when they do, it lingers. Taurus doesn't accidentally touch. They get quietly protective and stubborn. If someone disrespects you, Taurus turns into a wall. Why they hide it? Because Taurus fears instability. They don't want to fall for someone who will change their mind tomorrow. Taurus would rather stay silent for months than confess too early and feel unsafe. Forecast. Taurus energy is moving toward a claiming phase. More invitations, more shared time, more signs of ownership that still aren't verbal, like introducing you to their circle, making space for you, showing up without being asked. If Taurus loves you, they may test you with time, not games, patience. If you're consistent, Taurus becomes brave. Their confession often sounds simple, almost blunt. I'm serious about you. And when Taurus says that, they mean building a life, not having a moment. Cancer, June 21, July 22nd. Cancer is the sign most likely to love you in secret while smiling like they're fine. They hide it because love, for Cancer, is not a crush. It's a home, and homes can burn down. How to recognize their hidden love. They check on you in quiet ways. Did you get there okay? How did it go? They remember emotional details. What hurt you, what you fear, what you pretend doesn't matter. They become your comfort without making it obvious. Soft voice, warm attention, subtle nurturing. They get moody when you pull away, but instead of confessing, they'll say, it's nothing, it's never nothing. Why they hide it? Because Cancer is terrified of rejection that feels personal. If you don't love them back, it doesn't feel like I lost. It feels like I'm not safe. Also, Cancer often loves people they can't have or people who aren't emotionally ready, so silence becomes self-protection. Forecast. Cancer's heart is approaching a tipping point. They either reveal it or they retreat to save themselves. If they love you, they'll start giving more home signals, deeper talks late at night, caring gestures, subtle jealousy, and a desire to be your first call. Their confession may come in a vulnerable moment when they can't hold it in any more, often after they feel you slipping away. The best way to unlock Cancer's honesty is reassurance. Calm, warm, non-mocking. If you make them feel safe, they stop hiding. A quick secret love detector. If you're trying to figure out whether one of these signs loves you but won't say it, look for this trio. Consistency, they keep showing up. Protection, they guard your peace or reputation. Investment, time, effort, practical help, emotional memory. Words can lie. These signs know that. That's why they speak love in patterns.